Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to the first rundown of Shady Tree Park. This is the first ever video walkthrough to show you what I got and what's available to the public if they decide to come out when I'm open. We'll start here. This is the crawler course. As you can see, as soon as you enter the park, this is my backyard, mind you. It's all woods all the way through up the backyard by the cornfields. So we'll start here. This is the crawler course. I do have signs telling you which directions you need to go to get to places. But this will be the walkthrough. This is start finish. I do have new gates that are being built out of 3/8 brake line for all the courses. They'll be finished for springtime. But you start there, you come back down around through, run up through here. As you can see, this course is extremely technical. People that have run it know that it's extremely technical. Goes up and around, follows around the back side of the tree, comes over to number 2. There's a bonus one through there. Comes down, runs the front side. Camera really doesn't do them justice. These are some pretty good sized hills with some pretty good sized rocks. I don't give any leeway. Very, very tight squeezes. Around the back sides of the trees. We go up and around to the pretzel. You come through here to the pretzel, up and around that tree. Pretty self-explanatory. The teeter-totter, the bridge, come around. This is very difficult for all you crawler lovers. Typically vehicles tend to fall off almost every run. But up and around, down the bridge. It's a lot steeper than you think it is. Like I said, camera doesn't do justice. Comes around, up around through these crawls. That's 16 total. As you can see, it's number 16. Markers, and then you come to the finish. I do like to do timed runs. I prefer timed runs. We can do points runs if we want. Either way, if we ever decide to do a comp, whoever's there, we can decide the rules as we go. It's pretty much family friendly. I don't tend to go by all these fancy rules. So we'll take a walk. That's the crawler course. I got it fenced off so people don't enter while crawlers are in there. And then there's the pathway. And as I said, I got signs pointing. So we have the creek trail, which is the entrance to the creek trail. Goes way down there and way down there and then way up there. But we'll get to that later. I'll have another video of that attached to this. But we're going to walk out to the bouncer courses, which is out here. Everything's hand done. No heavy power equipment, tillers, tractor with wagon, shovels and picks, basically. Everything's built that way. So here are the bouncer courses. That's 1, 2, and then the other side over there is number 3 that goes up the hill. We'll start off, walk down the return road. This is the bottom of the hill. Whoa, almost fell. That wasn't good. That's the creek trail right there. We'll get to that later. So we'll start out over here. It is a little muddy because it is the bottom of a creek. It dries up during summer. This is Rocky Road, number 1. Looks simple, but it is absolutely not. It's very tricky, very technical for a bouncer. And then here's, like I said, return line. Here is number 2. This is called Impossible Hill, because so far it's been impossible for anybody to do it in a single run. My other friend, who's a good personal friend, has done it before. I added the top piece up here in one run, so I decided to make it a little more difficult so it could stay Unable Hill. He hasn't ran it yet. He could possibly very well be able to do it, but he is the only one that has done it in a straight run. We'll walk up this one just so you can see it. It is very steep. Whether you believe it or not, it is. The camera doesn't do it justice. Comes up, hits the bounce. You got to clear the wheels to the finish. Like I said, very, very, very steep. And then we'll come down here. And this is Unable Hill, named after the infamous Cable Hill. Because Cable Hill is like a tunnel, which I have created. So you start here. It is very, very steep. Like I said, camera doesn't do it justice. If I hold the camera level, that's pretty much the sight you get. Comes up and around, up to the second one and to the top. This will be course number 4 in the spring, and then over a little bit further will be course number 5 eventually in the springtime. So those are the courses. We'll get over to the creek trail so you can see that. All right, guys, I'm back over here at Creek Trail. The sign tells you this is the entrance to the creek trail. As you can see, it says RCs only, no one beyond this point on the trails. In the creek trail itself, you can walk in certain spots in the creek because you have to, but most of the time it's cleaned off on the side so you can walk the side of it while you're down in the creek trail. So it starts here. You can walk down on the side over here, comes around, up over the trees, around the corner. It's just basically your trail. Some fun stuff to play with here on the sides. Lots of guys like to try to climb up and down that. Comes around, lots of leaves here, got to clean them out, but it basically just curves around like this and goes up to the bridge. It is all fenced off, you can't walk it, so there's pathways to walk down through here. It comes around, you go up the bridge, curves back around, and here's your choice. You can go this way under the bridge, come back around and run this section of creek trail up to where it meets, or you can go out and around and down through the tunnel, which I call a tunnel. It's very deep walled on the sides and very narrow. It runs to about here, all narrow, all down through here, and then you get up to here, it opens up some and it comes up and they run back into each other. So we're gonna go this way. Creek trail is extremely long. Extremely long. See, here's the other creek over here that you can see as it runs. This one comes up and you got to come up through here. It is flagged off over here, as you can see the flags across there. I don't like them to go up there. That's the bouncer part. The creek trail goes out and around through here. There's the backside one, which I'll walk down through. Like I said, there is water, so if anybody runs it, it's, you know, at your own risk. Your truck gets wet and breaks, I can't help you, man. Basically the whole course is run at your own risk, but this one is extremely run at your own risk. If you break because of water, we're being forewarned, there is water. Anyway, you keep going, you can come up. I usually go up in between here, then travel up through here, and then keep going. Most time I run this way with my Jeep and then walk the side. Like I said, it's always cleared out for the most part. I try to keep it clean. This is the creek trail. It's got some high knolls and some walls. You're up a little bit pretty good. There's the return path. This will all grow in and be tall weeds, but there's a return path that stays cleared out all the way up through there so you can walk it back down. And this is the creek trail part. As you can see, it gets pretty gnarly. I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's logs to go under. You can walk up through here. It goes quite a ways. All the way up around. Up through the tunnels. Like I said, it's a long run. And it'll possibly be more opened up by the time springtime rolls around and I'm able to get up into there, way up in to clear out. But for now, I mean, you want adventure, there's adventure here. For anybody of all ages. Look how tall the walls are in some of the spots. They're just, it's so much fun. And there's big rocks and water. All sorts of climbing hazards on your creek trail run. Like I said, all the weeds are dead. They're all falling over. Normally this is all standing up and really nice. Come up through. I've got a bridge here that you can cross. You drive your truck straight under the bridge and up through while you cross over. This is so you don't have to get wet. Then it comes up through. You know, you got some trees you got to avoid. Obviously, they're your own hazards, but I got most of it cleared out, as you can see. And it comes up through. Got some real good hard spots to climb through. I'm gonna have to do some repairs. There's a lot of heavy water came through and moved some of the rocks. But then you come up through here. It comes up, and this is where it stops, right here. It's a long trail, especially if you go up and back. It's usually a battery pack. Then you just turn around and you return. And then, of course, if there's other people crawling the trail, you got to give them like left and right, like on the road. You know, I do. It's the one thing I ask from anyone who comes is just please be respectful of other people. It is family oriented. I know swearing's not a huge deal anymore. I don't care about swearing, but I mean, you gotta, you know, kind of curb it a little bit when there's kids around. Smoking is allowed on the property. You know, it's family oriented. I want everybody to have fun. So basically, you know, lots of adventure here, and I'd like to get some people up here. I would love to have this open to the public. I do have it open to the public. You know, you got to understand, this is farmer property. You have to respect it. You don't get dirty. Don't throw garbage on the ground. You know, just keep the place clean. That's all I ask. And anybody can use it. But, you know, I'd like to get some people out here. We could do some comps on the crawler course. We can do some bouncer competitions. Anybody who's got anything is more than welcome to come out. Just let me know. You know, I obviously have to plan because, you know, I do run a business myself. So, yeah, please. Anybody's more than welcome. I'd really, really appreciate it. All right, guys. So, welcome to Shady Tree. Obviously not shady. It's November 24th, Thanksgiving. So, but during the summer, this place is beautiful. And y'all have to come check it out. All right. Take care.